So friends, what was the homework given yesterday?
Section 18.
Section 18.
Section 18 was given, and I circulated a document on assessment. I think it has already reached everyone,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
And I believe you must have taken a printout also.
Not yet.
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Okay. ले लो, printout ले लेना. Maybe tomorrow you can take it, but that will be required for the future reference. And every time you cannot refer these soft copies. Okay. So the topic that we were referring, that is section 18. This is provisional assessment. Okay. So how many of you have actually read section 18? फटाफट बताओ, कितने लोगों ने सेक्शन 18 पढ़ा है?
Section 18 वीडियो देखा है सर.
वीडियो देखा है, सेक्शन 18 पढ़ा नहीं? Now tell me which other topic section 18 deals with in addition to provisional assessment.
Sir, 27A.
So
That
28.
is a reference given, 27A, 28AA, that is a reference. Other topic with which it deals.
In addition to section 17, sir. Continuation of section 17.
What is that continuation? You're very close.
Hello, sir.
If it is not assessed by the importer or exporter, then he will be applying for a provisional assessment to the prof. Sir. Yes.
Do you remember this word?
Yes, sir.
Reassessment is certainly under section 17.
Okay.
But section 18 deals with that. Section 17 says reassessment will be done, etc., etc., vagera, vagera. But section 18 deals with that. And provisional assessment, certainly it is dealing with that. Okay, so no doubt about it. So there are two topics with which section 18 deals. One is provisional assessment and another is assessment. Okay. And the first part about the provisional assessment, which is under subsection 1, that we have already spoken about, when the reassessment can be done, or rather when the provisional assessment can be ordered. There are two situations. First situation, importer or exporter makes an application. Another situation, officer makes an order. Okay, so when the officer is going to make an order, if the documents required have not been produced, or he requires additional documents, or he requires testing or analysis or inspection, etc., then he can make an order on his own. Otherwise, importer exporter can make an application. So we have two situations in which provisional assessment can be done. So either on application of importer exporter or order being given by the officer. In any case, order will always be there, but the difference is order made by the officer on his own without application. So under clause A, under subsection 1 clause A, application is made by the importer exporter, and under clause B, under clause C, under clause D, officer makes an order but on his own, right, without an application. So when that order is given, what happens next? Next requirement is submission of a bond, right, providing security or surety. then further payment of duty provisionally, and then only matter proceeds. Okay, so how many things are there after the order? Okay, so after the order, what is next? Number one, bond. Number two, surety. So surety is a kind of, you can say, a guarantor. And number three, security. Now this security, it can be up to 20% of duty assessed provisionally, and then comes duty assessed provisionally. Duty assessed provisionally. Okay, so bond is to be given, surety may be demanded, security may be demanded, but two things are compulsory. This is compulsory category, this is compulsory category, right? These two are optional. Who will exercise the option?
Proper officer.
The proper officer will decide whether surety is required or not, or whether any security is required or not. But two things are always there: bond is needed, plus duty which is assessed provisionally, that is required to be paid. So out of four, two things are compulsory, two things are optional. Optional decision will be taken by the officer. Right. Now, once this has been done, what can be the next step? What can be the next step? Once this is already done, right? Right below that only, what will be the next step?
Pay the duty assessed.
Process for
provisionals.
final assessment.
Final assessment. Finalization of assessment. Out of charge.
Payment of duty assessed provisionally.
वो तो अपने ने कर दिया, payment of duty provisionally. What is next?
He'll give the out of charge.
Removal, out of charge. So it is not actually out of charge. This is just a removal. Okay. So after that, all the requirements have been complied with, then comes removal. Now, removal for what? What is the purpose of removal?
Home consumption or warehousing?
Ammunition for warehousing.
Bas.
Or export also. Export not.
Export can also be there, right? So there can be export, or there can be
Home consumption.
removal for home consumption, or there can be removal for warehousing. Right? Goods are removed. Then what is the next step? मैं पूरा सेक्शन ही आपको याद करवा दे रहा हूं धीरे धीरे. It is a procedural thing, so it is a sequence. Okay, so goods are removed. What is next? After this comes
Final assessment.
assessment करने के लिए क्या चाहिए?
Document. Test report.
Test report.
Test report.
Exactly. So either test report or inspection report or additional documents or additional evidences, something is needed for finalization. Had it not been so simple, then it would have been done earlier only, right? So here comes test or analysis or inspection report or additional documents or evidences, right? There is a time limit for submission of this that we are going to talk about in the rules, right? So in the section 18, you will find within the prescribed time. What is prescribed? For that, we will see the regulations. Okay, so I'm just giving you a sequence so that you can create an entire picture in your mind that this is happening. First of all, either an application is made or officer is satisfied that he requires a provisional assessment and order is made. After the order, what happens? Bond is required, security is required, surety is required, duty payment is required. After that, removal order is given. Removal may be for home consumption or warehousing or export. After that, what happens? Then submission of the late additional documents or test report or analysis report. Okay, now once this is done, then comes finalization of assessment or reassessment. Right. Now, when
So
this
this step, so one doubt, I mean,
yes,
this step of test analysis, additional document, it is applicable only for removal for warehouse or for the entire three things, removal for
for
home consumption.
everything, for everything. Why only warehouse? And why this question comes up?
Sorry.
No, it's not the question of sorry. Question is why this question comes up. You must be having something in mind.
No, sir, your arrow mark was under only removal for
No,
warehouse.
no. It is common
Okay.
for all. Okay. So whether removed for home consumption or warehousing or export, procedure is remaining going to be same. Then comes the finalization of assessment. After finalization, what will happen?
So one small doubt, sir.
Mhm.
After officer gives the provisional assessment, so what is the time period to submit that document, bond, surety? Sorry.
Lot of rules are there. Lots of rules are there. We'll talk about. Right. In fact, I'll take you to section 18. Then we'll come to the rules. I'm just framing a picture. Right. So reading of the section becomes a cakewalk. Okay. So this happens finalization of assessment. Now, after finalization, what will happen?
Bond will be counted, security will be
Settlement of duty.
Adjustment of the duty paid provisionally against actual liability. है ना? रिफंड या डिमांड तो बाद में आएगा ना, पहले एडजस्टमेंट तो कर लें. Everyone is clear about this, right? So once it is finalized, what is next is duty paid provisionally is adjusted against actual liability.
सर यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन है. When importer request for provisional assessment, in that, what could be in practically, what could be the reason? One is importer is not able to assess himself.
Importer
So-
is not able to assess himself because the required information has not been provided by the supplier also.
Okay.
Okay, so he is not able to finalize the assessment, or there is a reason for confusion. He is able to classify, but there are multiple classifications are available, and by chance if he does the wrong classification, later on penalties are attracted. How to
To watch full video, join online batch weekdays 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Call Tail Institute.